Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, Mango Bay, your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/mangobay. Mango.
Bay.
Today we got
dad.
one of our favorite dudes, favorite brown dude comedy in New York, Kunal Arora. Do you like going by KC or Kunal?
Kunal is good.
Kunal's good.
Yeah,
For-
it's time to
for
bring
our
it back to, you know
bring
what I
it
mean?
back, bring it back
Let people
home.
know, you know what I
Bring
mean?
it back home, yeah.
KC, Kunal and the Lack of Sunshine Band.
Yeah,
Lack of very lack of sun. Vitamin C, vitamin D deficient.
Kunal and the Rain Cloud Band.
Yeah, absolutely.
But very dark, good complexion.
Thank you.
KC's low-key hot is the thing I noticed about
KC's
KC.
low-key not even an angry guy. He's like a very
No,
good,
he's like,
good
KC's
energy
good vibes,
guy.
Yes.
Very even dude is the thing that
Hell
I
yeah.
like about KC. Except when we booked him on that Mango Bay show for fucking
Yeah,
Product
that's
and
very
Culture.
true. That's very
KC
true.
came in hot. KC came
I
in like
came in
he
hot.
came in like
You
Kramer.
You came in
bursting.
hot.
What are we
Dude,
doing
he
here?
came in.
What are we
He came
doing
in
here?
like Back to the Future
Yeah.
scene where like great
Christopher
Scott.
Lloyd, yeah.
He just
No,
came
no,
from
no, no.
2045.
He was like
His
Kramer.
hair
He
was
came
like-
in like Kramer.
His hair was like out here.
All right. I was a little fucked, okay?
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I came in a little confused.
It was the best set
Yeah.
of the whole show.
It was. It was.
It was the best set of the whole
I've never seen
show.
a man with that much hair look that bald though.
Yes.
It's true. It's true. He was bringing like bald energy with it. You
First of
know?
all, I come in there and you guys go, I want to say that this one is sponsored by Keeps.
Yeah.
I want to say that Hims brought to you by Hims. I was like, you motherfucker, I just got here.
came in
I don't know
like-
if I'm getting
like
money.
Queen's energy.
Who the fuck you people talking to right now? I'll find you. I was so angry.
He came in. He was like, "You motherfucks! You motherfuckers!" We're like,
he
"Whoa!"
came in like a landlord who had to fix something that day.
it's true.
You know, he's like, all right,
Oh,
the guy
God.
that put a new shower head in, and now these fucks coming with
On
the
a
bullshit.
Saturday morning when I can barely see my wife and kids. I was
Who I
very
hate. Who I hate. Dude, it was unreal fun, and then you came in hot, and it was one of the best set of the fucking
It was,
night.
it was
Thank
so
you.
funny.
At one point, you go. I was talking about how you were living like under a bed, and you're like, somebody already said that. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's true.
It was under a bed. I became under the bridge, but under the bed. Unreal. That's hilarious. Jesus Christ.
So I was like, "You can't kill what's already dead, KC."
I
I'll show
already
you the
dragged
couch
me, yeah.
that I sleep on. Yeah.
By the way, that was the night that you gave me coronavirus
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Interestingly,
And I was
enough.
given to it by me.
by Zuby.
I was at a party the day before. I didn't know. And it
Really?
was- yeah, I didn't know.
I thought you got it
this
from
is
Zuby.
why I didn't want to do the podcast.
Yeah, I know, and smart,
This is,
wisely.
yeah. He kept inviting me. He's like, yo, come do the podcast. And I go,
That's not like a lick portion of the episode.
yeah,
We,
I don't know
lick
about
you
it.
on it.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm walking in. All I
Yeah.
see is this.
Yeah,
a
it's true.
small
Your
U
instincts
shape
were
of a couch.
100% right.
Yeah, four people
Yeah, and
jammed
we get
together.
we get intimate here too.
Yeah.
We are. There's a lot of grabbiness. And
Right.
To Queen's dude sitting on the same couch is anal.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
What are we,
Like,
gay?
hey.
Three people on the same goddamn couch.
Absolutely. Eating pussy was not gay since 2001, according to The Sopranos. Who are we for? Three men on a couch? We might as well be fucking in a Congo
We'll be
line.
fucking each other's
I love the
asses.
rationale of like eating pussy makes you gay. It's
so
like,
dumb.
well, you are what you eat. Am I
right.
right? Like, what is the rationale there?
You know what's straighter? Eating John's asshole,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
My this was in my calendar. Mango Bay was in my calendar.
Dude, we're
Hell yeah.
so pumped to have you, dude.
And, no, I gotta say this
What's
though.
up?
This is what I wanted to tell you. So I'm just in the kitchen. I'm just like grabbing something to eat. My girl goes. She's just looking at her phone and she goes, "Who the fuck is Mango Bay?" She's like, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh no, it's a podcast." She's like, "It better be." She thought I had like an Indian woman on the side named Mango Bay. She's like, "I'm your Bay," and I'm like,
She thought you had a Gumar, an Indian Gumar.
"Yeah." I'm,
How shitty are you gonna be at cheating that you say
Yeah, I know.
I'm an Indian?
Yeah.
This'll
Fuck
get
buddy.
him. This'll get him. Mango Bay.
Good tits, 6:30 to 7:30.
Indian girl I fucked that isn't my girlfriend.
Yeah.
6 p.m.
right, just in our shared calendar.
Yeah. What's your girlfriend's name?
Dina.
Dina, not Dina.
Not-
6:30
Yeah.
to 7:30.
Thank God it's not Dina.
Right,
The,
right.
the hour.
Yeah. 6:30 to 6:35.
Mango Bay. That means she has no respect for you if she thought that was you cheating.
You know, this is the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I think she had ultimate respect where she was like, okay, my man's out there getting it.
Yes,
You think so?
but I
Yeah.
also think she thinks I'm a complete fucking idiot.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm saying.
That's what- absolutely.
That's what
She
I'm
thinks
at.
I'm a complete moron.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
That you would think that you would be that dumb to
Yes.
say that.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes she'll say shit to me, and I go, "Is this Is this who you think I am?
Did she do the thing where she compliments you on very rudimentary tasks? Like, you did the dishes. Good job.
Buddy. Yo,
Attaboy.
she'll say shit to me like, thanks for doing the laundry. I was like, we live together.
Am I retarded?
Raise the bar a little bit.
7 fucking years together. Yeah, I do the laundry every week. At this point, what do you want? Just stop thanking me. Like, I'm not
Do you
leaving
think
the
I
house.
have Down syndrome?
Yeah.
Hey, good job on making it home on the train today.
Yeah, like the most rudimentary shit I get thanked. And I'm like, do you think I'm full on stupid?
Well, it's nice because it's almost like Indian mom energy where they'll like overly praise a male child for
Yes.
doing the dishes or
Sure.
something.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
Where
Sure.
it's like the easiest task. And my son is a saint.
You know, I know
doing it.
my mom is like full Indian mom because if I did the dishes, she would just be very upset.
Yeah.
She'd be like,
I've never done the dishes where my mom didn't actually do them over again.
Oh, really?
My mom hates the way I do everything, so she'll always be like, "Oh, what do you do? I wanted to teach you."
Okay,
And
so
I'm-
apparently I grew up in like, Susan B. Anthony's household because I'm expected to do the dishes.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to learn how to cook Indian food for my mom, and
nice.
she's like, "Oh, I'll just make it for you."
Yeah.
And I go, "What happens when you're dead, though?" And she just went quiet, and she's like, "All right, I gotta go."
She can't have you not be dependent on her in some
Yeah,
way.
Indian mom's the greatest
That's
fear
like the
is
final step of coming off the breast for an Indian mom.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm gonna try to learn Indian cooking this summer.
Well, last time when I went home after a year of not seeing my mom, I was like, "Mom, I missed your food so much. I got to be able to cook it on my own." She's like, "Yeah, come home. I'll teach you."
Yeah.
I get home, everything's already made.
Absolutely.
And she's like, "And
Absolutely.
I froze you some to take back with you." I'm like, "Oh my god." They need the dependence to
100%,
stay there.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, my dad's dead now, so it's like, you know what I mean. So she's excited,
Right.
She's thrilled.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, she's excited to cook, but she's also happier in general.
Right.
I think that's generally what it is.
Your dad was not a cool guy?
No, I mean it's just like, listen, it doesn't matter how great the person is. You don't have to deal with anybody anymore.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? You're kind of
You're running the operation the way you always wanted to.
right? You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
I'm not about this. I
Yeah,
think this
you're
is very
fully in
sad that your
charge.
dad's dead.
It's pretty dark. It's very
it's-
dark.
I'm not going to be like, yeah,
I'm
this
just
is cool.
disturbed by how normalized it is to
It's-
Kunal. He's like,
It's
yeah.
just, we just keep hearing it. We're like, wait a second. This is not, wait,
You guys
what?
would be
But-
happy, right? When the love
but
of your life
let's
dies.
just be honest.
Yeah, it's cool when you kill your own dad.
How,
It's not a
how
pro-
chill can an Indian father truly be?
Sure, okay. No,
Okay,
I'm
let's
with
be
you.
honest,
I'm
right?
with you.
Even the most chillest Indian dad is still an Indian dad.
That's true.
Okay.
right?
Sure.
Okay. Now, so when they're out of the picture,
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And an
Kunal-
Indian dad is very different from an Indian husband.
Yes.
Let's put it that way,
Yes,
right?
right,
Because to
right.
us, our dads always seem like kind of cold, a little
Yeah.
bit aloof.
Right.
But as husbands, no. They're very demanding. They're mouthy.
Yeah.
You know, it's 100%
yeah,
true.
my mom is chilling, man. She's
Yeah.
very
This
happy.
is you on the judge pulpit being like, John, come on. He was asking for it. Come on.
I'm just saying, the woman's got a pep in her step, and
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
doing community service.
Right. You know, a couple friends have been, or like some family have been like, would your mom ever consider remarrying? And I hear the woman whistling.
Yeah.
You know, so what do you want me to
When,
say?
when an Indian boy commits patricide, the judge gives him a stipend. You know what I'm saying? Good on you, buddy. Good on you.
Listen, I
well,
mean,
now I'm curious how your dad died. I got to be honest.
Hey, the 7 train goes fast sometimes.
you know what I'm saying? It runs express for a reason. That's all it is.
Let's just say the local was going express that
Right.
day.
That's all it is. So, you guys want to change the
She took
topic?
the train
or,
day. She took the 7 train to independence,
Yeah.
to freedom.
Stand clear of the opening body parts. All right?
You know, so that's about it. So she's happy. Everyone's happy. Everyone's just a good time.
Kunal almost did this.
Yeah. Are we done with this podcast here or what? Is what we do? A 7-minute podcast? Is that what it is?
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I've got an older brother.
Okay, what's his
Oh,
deal?
shit.
He's a doctor. He's
Hell yeah.
You know what? I do respect what like we have to do the social media bullshit, right?
sure.
You know, it's all part of the game, and he doesn't do any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucking great.
Well, he's a doctor.
Yeah, I know, but like there's still doctors on social media.
Dude, there's doctors are doing surgery like, dude,
Yeah.
fucking
I know.
double bypass.
Yeah, this is
it's
right.
like,
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like a colonoscopy, fucking shit. It's disgusting.
dying.
It's
It's all video,
disgusting.
perfect for IGTV
Yeah,
clips.
right,
You know,
it's
deep in
awful.
someone's asshole.
Yeah, my brother doesn't do any of
Like,
this shit.
subscribe, share.
And this is the thing, like he doesn't. But the cool thing is that I'll share like a video, or he'll send me a video that came out like 7 years ago. You know what I mean? Like he'll see, like like the fat kid doing Star Wars shit. He
Two
sent
girls,
it-
one cup.
Yeah, he said that to me 2 weeks
One
ago. He's
cup.
like, "Yo, this is hilarious." I'm like, "It's great."
Well, why are you looking at women
That's
shitting on their
innocent.
mouths and
You
you're
just
laughing?
pat your brother on his head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
this
this-
is sweetie.
And he's
Go
so
save someone's life.
happy. He's so happy about it. I'm like, that's
You're
great.
this Russell Peters guy? Who's this?
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's like, this clip's been going around the internet.
He's the white shirt special.
Right,
and he's like
right,
talking about somebody going to go to.
Azez? Have you heard of Azez
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Ari?
yeah.
I'm like,
Yo,
yeah.
this Milton Berle guy. Really?
No, you heard the one about N-words versus the black people?
Yeah.
You heard that one?
This is completely
Just classic
absolute-
bits, yeah.
Yeah, no. So she's in the Midwest somewhere. He's good.
Dude, my brother is younger than me. He doesn't do social media at all, which is a weird thing because he's like 23 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And he should be fucking in it.
Yeah.
Not even.
Dude, you
Why?
know what? My niece and nephew, who are older, right? One of
Yeah.
them's like 18, the other one's like 24 or whatever. They don't.
They don't
They
do
don't
it?
really fuck with social media
Fascinating.
either. Very
That's cool.
fascinating.
Yeah, I think more and more people are just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because you have to keep feeding the beast.
Yeah.
And I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the thing, though. I also determined that some people want it more. You know?
Yeah,
like
for
I
sure.
see you post.
I'm a poster, baby.
And they're funny.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
clips are great. You know,
Appreciate
Indian delivery guy, Mexican delivery
Yeah,
guy.
yeah,
That's a good one.
Come on.
You
That
know?
was years ago, but
yeah,
thank
I
you,
know
dude.
it's fun. But I'm just trying to, off the top of
That
my.
was a big one for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
you
big,
know
it
what I
was
mean.
big. It was the beginning of the journey.
Pranav's off Twitter. There's a post
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean? Like everything that happens.
That was big. That was when white people were reposting. They
Yeah.
were like, I feel you.
Yeah, right.
We were posting is not
It
racist.
was a great
You
excuse
were
for
racist
them to be
first.
like, fuck these Bengali
guys.
delivery
Dude, I got so
drivers.
many DMs from like Ian Fidance, like, dude, finally someone says it.
Yeah, absolutely. They were all just like, oh, I can relate.
I can
hard.
relate.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
My Mexican and Indian delivery guy do this all the
Hey,
time.
hey, do one where they have to go back to their country, dude. I'm gonna repost that.
Do the thing where they close the borders. Close the borders up.
Can you do one where it says build that wall? Build that wall. Am I right, bro?
It's so funny, dude.
They'll like repost it and put that text over it. Build that wall. Am I right? At Usama stands up.
Yeah.
Like, how'd they get a Confederate emoji? But that's what I'm saying.
What
Like,
iPhones come with
It's so
that?
funny the way the like social media shit can be repurposed like that. Like Tyler Fisher, who's hilarious,
Yes.
does like Dr. Fauci impersonations, but all the people who repost it,
Yeah.
it's like Tommy Lauren or whatever.
yeah.
Or Steven Crowder, like all these like right wing nut jobs are reposting his shit. It's hilarious.
yeah, and like people want you know what I mean? Like you put the effort for it. And I don't think that I've got I don't put it as much. I'm kind of tired.
Well, it's funny because
Yeah.
again, you're like you can seem tired.
Yes.
But you're like energy's so goofy because you're like a very jaded looking guy.
Yes,
But you're
yes.
like, who wants a game show? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's play a game.
It's like you're like in Saw, basically.
Yeah.
The most jaded guy who likes games. You're the Saw.
Yeah.
Basically.
Of course.
Hey, who wants $1 million? Hey, this is
That was a good game show, by the way. It was fun.
Let's do a jumping jack contest. Like you're fucking goofy.
Yeah, I used to do that shit at one of the at LOL. We would do competitions in the green room.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we love you so much. We're like running around the house trying to find a blender or something for you.
yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. That was the
Right.
weirdest show ever. I
It
just
was a
realized.
good time.
Go find a blender. You're like,
Yes.
okay, for Kunal on the show, I'm running around now.
Right.
So good.
And I stopped the game show. I cut that shit out.
That was fun though.
Yeah,
it was fun.
It
That
was
is
fun.
fun.
It was like I'm fucking done. I don't want to do it.
Okay,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
This is the time to find what you want to do and then fucking do that.
You're a Queens guy, so your ultimate form, your Nirvana,
Yeah.
is playing dominoes on a corner,
Yeah.
just sitting with other Indians.
I yearn to be an old Dominican. That's all I really want to be.
I bought 9 Yankees hats. I'm ready
Doing
to
the
go.
Yankees,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yankees.
what it is. It's a
Well, in your case, the Mets.
a
though.
matching.
you're a Mets guy.
No, I mean, come on.
can't be
We're not trying to be
Dominican, 'cause-
losers. You know what I mean?
You're a Queens guy.
I get it, but I can still be a Yankees guy.
it's true, it's true.
You know, it's just
Don't ever come around these pots, Kunal.
7 matching pairs of Timbs and Yankee hats is my final form.
Why don't they make like orange blue Tims? It's gonna fucking explode the goddamn system.
Are
It's
you
true.
kidding me? It'll be overloaded in the Queens.
Yeah.
People will die on the thousands.
Every Christmas gift will just be a Tim's.
The Cholo
from every-
cost will
Yeah.
start happening. The Cholo cost. People getting killed. So you grew up straight up. You grew up in Queens,
Yes.
bred.
Queensbred, Flushing, Queens.
You had what?
shit,
Every
right
type
there.
of friend? Or you brown friends everywhere? Or fucking Mexican, Hispanic, every type of
I
dude?
had a couple Indian friends, but like this is the thing that kind of like I feel bad for you guys.
Why?
In some capacity, right? And there's also a toughness that you guys have that I don't.
Okay.
For example, like I grew up in Queens, very diverse. I didn't have anybody white in my school till I was 13.
Oh,
wow.
right.
And that was like one white guy.
Wow. And then you met and you got the flu.
Yeah.
You got smallpox.
He smelled like wet dog,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden,
Yeah. You got smallpox.
I had polio.
He stole your lunch.
Basically, Linus's blanket had smallpox on it. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ.
So and it was just like we didn't know that concept of a minority.
Right.
You know, and it was just like I didn't understand that
He's
feeling.
that white guy who comes. He's like, "Hi, I'm Jared." You're like, "Hello, Carlos."
Yeah,
What's going
yeah.
on? You're
Right.
Mexican now.
He was like, "Oh, I'm Irish and German." He was really pushing.
You're like, ooh, exotic.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. It's very cute."
Get out of my country.
Yeah.
That's two reasons to beat you up right now. Exactly.
And he was just like, and so now when I got older, you see a lot more people, and you're like, oh man, white people are everywhere.
Yeah.
Outside of Queens. So I would see like instances of racism or deal with instances of racism that you guys grew up understanding.
Right.
Sure.
You know,
Right,
and you're
yeah.
like, oh, this is par for the course.
Yeah.
But I can't handle that kind of shit.
Yeah, you're like, I'm the master race. What are you talking about?
I grew- no,
I don't
feel
want
like-
you drinking from this water fountain. Get out of
This
here.
is my water fountain.
It's tough too because like on the 7 train, it's all Mexican, so
Yeah.
4 people can have a seat
Yeah.
in a subway. You go to
Yeah.
the fucking 6 train, all of a sudden the white dudes.
It's all white
it's
dudes, yeah.
3 people
Yeah.
to a seat.
Yes.
The Queens one is like 9 people like stacked. on a
Right.
goddamn
It's like a
seat.
train
It's
in
like
Mumbai.
India. Yeah, exactly. They're on top of the
We're
train.
hanging off
With the
the
guy
thigh.
outside the train.
There's a picture of Hanumanji on the front of the train for some reason.
There's like trans Mexicans asking for alms.
The CDs on the back. You see a guy in the doorway screaming,
Right.
this one's express.
Yeah, Express.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand that concept of dealing with that feeling of racism. It's like new to me because
Right.
I kind of feel like I grew up in the future.
Right.
That's very interesting.
Like this is like the way that I grew up is the way that the world
Yeah,
will be
it-
when
It's
we're
going to
older.
be in
People
like
see-
2046 or whatever.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People see those bodegas and they're like, "Oh, that's the future."
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
let's slow it down.
wow, that's ahead of time.
Right.
That's interesting because it's such a microcosm.
Yes.
It really is.
But you guys, you've dealt with racism and from an early age.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like we were getting killed in the streets.
No, I
or,
understand that. It's not like you're walking to
You know, we
school
made
and,
it.
and another
Yeah.
Indian guy's being dragged from a
Yeah,
truck.
yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
no.
I mean, Pete, I was crawling, bloody,
Yeah,
crawling,
I know, it's
and
true.
he got mortar shelled by a Dylan. No, dude, it's not.
I know, I understand that, but like I was talking to another Indian comic and he was like, oh, like a Lingon, Mitra, right? And he was like, yeah, I dealt with, he's like, you grew up in Boston. And I was
Yeah.
like, I get it. You deal with that shit.
And a Lingon also seems like they would be like, "Hey, you're brown, right?" He starts crying. You know what I'm saying? He's not the guy who's like the poster child for racial
Yes,
strength.
right.
whatever.
But it's, it's
I
like
get it.
you guys, I admire that from
Sure.
you guys.
No, I definitely had to grow up with some dumb shit.
Definitely.
But like,
Right.
that's how I
Definitely.
became a verbal bully, though. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Is because I
Right.
had to like be quicker and be meaner than anybody else. And after a point, people never fucked with me then.
Yeah,
right?
because we're not going
Right.
to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Never a fighter.
I want to see Indian bullies.
Well, okay.
That's
We've
what
talked
I
about
wanna
this
see.
before.
It's coming.
I was
Yeah.
kind of an Indian
He was the
bully.
first one.
My brother
no,
and
but
I.
like physically.
No, so physically too, right? 'Cause
Okay.
my
I
brother
like
and
how I'm already doubting
No,
it.
so, like,
I'm like,
yeah,
wait,
listen,
muscular. I
first
meant
of all-
muscular.
First of all, my brother and I were bigger and taller than all of our white peers.
Okay.
And my
Yeah.
brother was like an athlete. My brother was like and this is a guy who grew up in the 80s
Right.
in Pennsylvania. So I always think my brother is just a fucking man.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because he was getting chicks. He was big, strong.
Right.
And people, they'd be like, oh shit, here comes a sheesh. You know, you
Uh-huh.
don't fuck with him. He was an athlete. And so there were stories of him like tossing around white guys and just being, get the fuck out of here, you know?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, you know, and his
Yeah.
best friend was a white guy, and they
Yeah.
used to like run shit in the neighborhood.
Right.
And then I got clout off of that too.
Yeah,
I was
of
like
course.
I was like his little Israel to his United States.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
don't-
nobody
yo, you
fuck
don't wanna
with me.
mess with Ashish's brother, bro.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
show up. I like
Exactly.
it.
It was great.
I didn't have
So-
that at all. I was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you were just getting thrown. into
I was
fucking-
getting thrown.
But that was only for part of it. When I had
Yeah.
to come into my own,
Sure.
then I'm dealing with racism. Then I have to then be the man
Yeah.
in some way. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
100%. I was getting thrown by other scrawny brown kids.
Yeah.
So like I was the loser of the brown losers.
Yeah, I had a
You know,
brown.
I was-
You were the true runt of the litter.
Dude, they were kicking me around. I was like brandishing my 95. I'm like, fuck you. And
Yeah.
they're like, ah, shoot. One time I used to
They shoot you. I
They
look
shoot
at that's
me.
the act out. Is that they're literally shooting you?
I would eat lunch. I would eat lunch while doing my homework at lunch. And some.
Oh well, that is a nerdy.
I
thing.
know,
That's a
and
nerdy-
then-
Come
you
on.
deserve. Yeah, I already have no sympathy.
Yeah.
I know.
None.
I
Let's give him a wedgie now.
I'm seeing
I'm
your
about
eyes.
to-
I'm
I'm
seeing
about to knock
both
his-
your eyes. Like, you're like,
You know, give him the chance. I'm about to knock this shit out of his hand right now. Give me a microphone.
I'm taking up my pens.
Come here, nerd.
Dude, they would take my lunch and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd be like,
That's
say
very
like,
fun.
I'd be
That's
like,
very
thank you,
funny.
thank you for that, thank you. And like, do my homework. I'm like, of course, sir.
Yeah.
I was a total cuck. I was a
Oh
total
man,
cuck
there was
back
an
then.
Indian kid who used to bully me around, and then one time he tried to throw me in the garbage.
Oh shit.
Which was great, hilarious upon retrospect. But then we both fell in a weird way that I regained balance and he fell in the trash. And it was amazing. And then we
You got laid that moment.
That's such an allegory. That's such like an Indian-style parable too. But because he tried to put him in the trash, karma dictated that he ended up in the garbage.
It's in the Remind.
Yeah, exactly.
The main story. It's in the Quran too, by the way.
Right.
Arrogance is what failed him in the end.
And then now we just hung out and smoked cigarettes together.
That's nice.
yeah.
Junior high, man. What a lovely time.
Dude, yeah, that was still like excel at school, but run away from everyone. I was terrified.
Awful.
I used to not go to the bus stop. I was so scared of the people there. I would look out my window when the bus came. I'd run out.
You know what? When I was like a really little kid, I was also scared
Yeah.
to go on the bus
Yeah.
stop because I was just like, I don't look like any of these
Dude, because the
people.
buses, we had the buses, right? Where it's like the first 3 rows was like people who like had parents.
Yeah.
And then row 5 to row 20 was just anal from
Yeah.
kids. Everyone was just fucking
Yeah.
and fingering. And the people shanking dudes.
Just right here, just like Gen Pop.
It was the prison.
Walking into.
You go by row 5, there's like AIDS in the populace.
People are throwing flaming rolls of toilet paper. Hey, yo, new fish. What up, fish?
Yeah.
What up, fish?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
you walk in the fourth row, they give you an orange jumpsuit and fuck you in the
Yes,
ass.
I'm gonna make you my bitch.
Yeah. Hey, cough. Yeah. It's like, it's like,
Reach
all
for
right.
your socks.
They delouse you.
Yeah, dude. It's disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
And there's like the last.
I'm so happy I walked to school.
Dude. We had people in the back
Usama
row.
developed a heroin habit just from the bus.
He's nodding off on the
he's like,
back.
he had to cope somehow.
It's Requiem for a Dream double dildo in my ass, you know. And they had the back door open to the bus. You know, like the bus emergency.
Yeah.
They just had their feet dangling while the bus was on.
So
Where did
Crazy
you go to
people.
school?
Where did you
Dude, New Jersey, my guy.
Really? That's pretty
and
reckless.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Mamba Junction, a poor part of Jersey.
Right.
We would pick up a guy from a trailer park.
Yeah.
And we'd hear like his mom like fuck. His mom was a prostitute,
Right.
And she'd be fucking some random dude in the fucking trailer park.
Jesus
I mean, it
Christ.
was rough, bro.
Yeah.
It was rough. And he would
Buddy.
come down, and it was first grade. This is first grade.
He'd come out peeling bills because he was his mom's pimp.
Yeah, dude.
See you later, Ma.
And-
Keep up the good work.
And he'd zip his own pants up. All right, same time next
Thanks
week.
for the lunch money,
Yeah.
Ma.
He flicks a cigarette at
Out
her.
of their face. Yeah.
I like that this Texan somehow has like a Queen's accent. Thanks for the money, Ma.
I was like, I think I went to school with that guy.
Dude, yeah, his name's Chris Olsen.
Yeah.
One of the Olsen brothers. It was terrifying.
Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I respect the fact that you guys had a harsher... Because now, as I get older, I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah, I know.
I can't-
Did you guys know racism exists?
It is mean. It is very mean.
White people aren't very courteous.
Yeah, I don't- this minority calling, we are not minorities. That's how I feel just walking around, and I feel like I'm so much more sensitive.
Black
over,
lives, I feel like they matter all of a sudden. What is this?
Blue is not a color. How about we go?
Blue is not a color.
Yeah,
The
it's
only
real-
blue life that matters, Lord Krishna.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's calm down.
Dude, y'all. How are y'all cops in Queens? Y'all didn't give a fuck.
There's a different side of Queens that
Right.
people don't understand. There's Astoria, there's Flushing,
Right, yeah.
there's there's Woodhaven area, Ridgewood, because that also
Ridgewood,
connects
yeah.
to connects
Sure,
to Bushwick. But then there's deep Queens.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking
Like
out
Kew
there.
Gardens?
Kew
Ozone Park?
Gardens,
Gardens.
Fresh Meadows.
Fresh Meadows,
That's real shit.
Belrose,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Douglaston.
Yeah.
That area of Queens was very Italian,
Yes.
very Irish.
I bombed in every one of those neighborhoods.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Some
mean-
restaurant.
It's they wouldn't like you or me or anybody because we kind of pushed them
Them
further.
out, yeah.
But we didn't though, because somebody said this to me. I don't remember who said it to me. They were like, "What do you mean by push them out? You bought their house."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They came around and they felt slighted.
Yeah.
Like my mom moved into deep Queens with a house, front yard, backyard,
Yeah.
and there was an Italian deli in the neighborhood, like old school Italian deli where they have like, one of the sandwiches was called CC Sabathia.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
all named after Yankees players, shit like that.
Some ugly owner always shaking everyone's hand
Yeah,
in the
right?
photos. Yeah.
And it's like everything's like, oh, you call me. Everything is unique because been pressed in a panini.
Yeah.
And they feel like it's really spectacular
Everything
shit.
came from the old country.
Right.
Everything's a possessive pronoun. of
Yeah,
these things, right?
what you want with salami, or you want with ham, or you want with salami and ham. And it's like the options.
As long as
are-
you're not black, we'll make it happen for you.
Yeah, don't worry about it. And it's just like the most unique thing was French dressing. Like that's as far as it went. And
A little touch of class.
yeah, just don't think we don't do interesting things out here.
Pinky out when you put the French dressing on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they this Italian deli was in my mom's neighborhood, and I'd go there all the time. I'm like, I like a good sandwich, I do the thing. But he would look at me knowing that the end is near. Yeah, the end.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just like seeing only a couple Indians come in, and most of them avoiding this Indian deli because nothing is halal, nothing is. You know what I mean? There's no samosas in the front. Like somebody walks in and like, can I get dal? And the guy's like,
What the
dal?
fuck is dal?
But it's just it's like they didn't actually take it out. Like any sort of mobsters, there's no concept of mobsters killing Indians.
Yeah.
They respect it in a weird way.
Yes.
They would just take out their anger on other white Italians.
Yeah, but they would leave it also for other Indians because it was just like we bought the houses fair and square.
Right.
We didn't roll into
You
your
sold
house.
me the house.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't throw Nona out and be like, beat it, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's just like they have childhood memories of these places, and you being there doesn't conform with their nostalgia.
Exactly.
And so they
Exactly.
get it rubs them the wrong way.
Right,
And that's
right.
how every neighborhood. You don't think Trinidadian or black people in this neighborhood didn't feel a weird way about Trinidadians moving in?
Right.
Trinidadians aren't feeling a weird way about whatever, like some Bengalis moving in.
The difference
you know?
is this though, is that this is rent.
Yeah.
As a difference.
Yeah.
Like those are houses.
That they owned.
The
Right.
houses were sold to Indian people.
Yeah.
And then it's like you took the money that was paid to you fair and square, and then you moved to Florida. You went to deeper Long Island where you could be amongst
Yep.
other Italians.
Yep.
However, when you're here, and then the difference is, do I give it to this black family for $1,200? Or this white guy from goddamn the Midwest whose parents own like a small oil firm.
It's the opposite of Olive Garden. When you're here, you're not family.
You're
and
Not
relieving.
family, not family at all.
Goodbye.
Yeah. No soup, no breadsticks.
Unlimited
No,
racism.
very,
though.
very limited breadsticks.
We're gonna watch you eat
Yeah.
these breadsticks.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
One pat of butter for the entire table.
Limited water fountain.
Here's one garlic knot.
Yeah, right.
One.
Emphasis on not.
Tell me when. When?
Yeah.
I'll say when.
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting, man. I mean, again, Italians get a bad rap for being racist, but really they just love Italians so much.
Yeah, and can you blame them?
Again,
Can you blame them?
They're cool.
Yeah,
When
so
they're together.
right.
you know,
They did that. They moved further out, and so now that's why you had a lot of those people that were cops. And I went to cop weddings.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to be like, yo, cops are assholes. And it's just like, yo, I went to high school with this guy.
Italians are way cooler than the Edward Norton type racist.
Yes,
Who like
sure.
curb stomps. They're like, you know what,
Sure.
I'm going.
Right.
You know, they don't hit other people. It's all
For
in the-
them, it's just like a casual racial slur that they'll throw out, but they'll invite them into the deli and let them buy something from
Yeah,
them.
but it's like, can you blame them?
I get it.
This is what it-
You know, we're
cop
hairy.
weddings.
Listen,
What is
we
a cop
know-
wedding like?
when
Is that
the
like?
when
And
the
now is the
cameras-
ceremonial beating of the wife.
They didn't. The pinata would make me very upset.
Oh God! Oh God!
It was a wife-shaped
Very
pinata.
upset.
The black dude.
was very upset. The
In
pinata was
feathers?
very
Jesus Christ.
upsetting. I
Oh
had to
my
go to the
God.
bathroom, and I was like, I think I have to excuse myself for this one.
They just use their own batons there.
Yeah,
Oh
everyone.
my
It was
God.
very weird. I had to borrow someone else's. You know? But it was no. I mean, these are guys I went to high school with.
Right.
You know, and they get it. They're like, yo, we understand. But you know, it comes, and everyone says, oh, there shouldn't be shitty cops, and it's just like every job is perfect.
Right.
Nobody,
Yeah, I mean-
nobody wants to do their job.
Dude,
Nobody.
You know,
money. You have no money. You want more money.
Right.
So
How many
simple.
times do we do a set and sometimes in it you're like, fuck these people.
Listen, black dudes to cop is just a heckler. You know what I'm saying?
That's so funny.
They're just hecklers. You know, and you shut
And
down.
you wanna shoot every
You
heckler.
shoot a
You
heckler.
just want to shut them down.
terrible.
That's all it is.
Terrible.
Sometimes
Well-
you yell at a heckler from the back. You
Right.
know, they're leaving the bar, and you're like, "And another thing."
This is going on the Patreon, right?
yeah,
this
yeah,
is better be
this
behind a
is your
fucking
Patreon.
paywall.
This is paywall.
Yeah, it's okay. This is,
But we got guys named Caleb now who are on our Patreon, so it's like they could have access.
yeah,
to this
absolutely.
sort of shit.
Of course.
yeah,
They'll
they're
be
gonna run
sharing-
with it too.
Yeah, just a Trump
I
hat
got the
and be
Indian
like,
pass.
Yeah,
That's our biggest fear. Is
No
like,
such thing.
Is like between cum jokes, we said something very like interesting and smart, and
Yeah.
that's the thing that someone latches onto in their manifesto.
Yeah,
Or
of
whatever.
course.
Mango Bay said.
Yeah.
between cum jokes that
You guys are doing it, man. You guys are doing. There's you and the Asian Not Asian podcast.
Yeah, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, this is it. This is the
the last
future.
bastion. Yeah.
Yeah, this is right.
These are the final podcasts.
Yeah,
You know?
nothing
we just
else
need like
left.
an Eskimo podcast.
Right,
and
I'm
what he
excited,
said.
Dude,
for
I
this.
remember when I first came to New York. Actually,
Yes.
this is before I even came to New York.
Yes.
I did a couple like dry runs. I came to New Akash.
Yeah.
and I do Lantern, right?
Yes.
Dude, this dude had actually the longest hair out of
Right.
every comic, and you wore glasses.
Yes, I did.
And
Oh,
I
not
remember
with
you
long
being
hair, huh?
you look like a Calcuttian newspaper article writer.
Like a Bengali journalist.
Bengali journalist, you know?
I've
Fighting-
seen some shit at this
like
point.
fighting Naxalites and shit. And I was scared of you. I
Yes.
remember being scared of you because you seem like a very inaccessible guy.
Yes, yeah.
And I remember one time.
I still want you to feel that way.
I know. I went to this party and I remember.
too late now.
Yeah, I know. It's
you're
a
just
goddamn
goofy
shame.
bit.
The stupid fucking therapist Danielle, this dumb bitch, really softened me up for no fucking reason.
Dude, now I do game shows for
Yeah,
no
it's
reason.
ridiculous. I just want to, just like empathy's an unlimited well that we can all tap into. I'd be saying shit like this and going, "What am I doing?" Just keep
I
the
actually
shit to
want you to be the
yourself.
new host of Jeopardy. I could feel you being like jaded.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll be hanging from the fucking $1,000 thing. Double
answer is-
Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy is just my family crying. What is a death too soon?
Yeah. You say categories.
Yeah.
What is who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Kunal's life.
Oh my god. But you were like always lanterny, hanging out with Akash and whatnot.
Yes.
I saw you at a party once,
Yeah.
and maybe I took this the wrong way. I was just in New York just for the first couple of days. When I said hi to you, this is
Yeah.
a very loud party. I was like,
Yes.
hi. You didn't say anything. It was Naomi Kavarani right next to you.
Yes.
And you didn't say anything, and you did one of those like twist talks.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me and started laughing. And I don't know what the fuck
brutal.
you say that.
That's
and
brutal.
That has stayed with me.
That is brutal.
For 30 years.
That's like a white bully move, actually. That's
I'm
a
gonna
white
tell you
bully.
right
so
now-
I brought you on here today to talk, and I brought Naomi here.
In the bag is an apology of the chips that.
Open the Oots
Yeah, there's an apology in there. The thing is,
It could have been anything, dude. I just remember latching onto it as a young, scared 23-year-old comic.
Yeah,
and being like, oh no.
every time someone says, the first time I met you, I always like to cut them off and go, I'm sorry. I'm really,
Why? What were you like then, Kunal?
I think
Describe
it was just a
yourself.
lot of, it was just not enough fucking being nice enough to people and realizing what the consequences would that be.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this small instance
Yeah.
that to me was probably a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just very negligible.
To you,
But
it's
it's just a small slice of Kunal's
what a
life.
small
Right.
bitch who'll quit in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, ha!
Yeah, and that
Jesus.
felt so right.
Right.
And I would say that, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, that felt so
Good.
It was like the equivalent of sneezing, when you just get it out of your system.
That was his.
loving
That was his Pepto-Bismol.
And you just get it out of your body, and you go, "Oh, that feels great." And then, then I start to go, "Man, why do I feel that way?"
Right.
That I need to answer.
Yeah.
Why do I feel that way? Where I feel like the other day, like I was talking to another Alex Babbitt, right? Nice guy,
Good dude.
funny dude, and I was just like, man, I'm just unnecessarily cruel to this man for no fucking.
Babbitt?
Yeah, to Babbitt.
Well, in your defense, he was wearing a SpongeBob shirt with Patrick
Yes,
Star
yes,
on it.
yeah,
It
yes.
was like half pink, half yellow.
Yes.
And I think black people think they can pull off too many things now.
That's true.
Let's talk about that. Yellow
Right.
and pink does not belong anywhere near you.
I almost feel like there's like a color palette when they go, how challenging can I get here?
No, it's a pack of Starburst
Yeah,
that they're
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at and pointing at.
And-
Taste the rainbow.
and they roll it like they're playing CeeLo.
right, dude.
I'm gonna wear red, pink, and yellow. Let's see what
Listen,
happens.
The cops are after you. Don't wear pink all the time, you
yeah.
know?
But it's just like I was like, why do I have to be unnecessarily mean? And I was
Right.
like, what the fuck am I doing? Why not
Well, no,
solve
y'all
that?
are bros. Y'all, it's not like y'all.
No.
Right.
I mean, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm like, yo, what am I doing?
Yeah.
It's just like life's hard enough. Can't I just fucking
Well,
be?
you grew up in Queens among a bunch of Italians who hated you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
you
no,
grew up
but
going to
it-
cop weddings, which
Yeah,
is
I
the
get
equivalent
that.
of a normal person funeral.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's like it doesn't mean.
And cop
After
funeral,
everything you told us,
yo,
you're like, why am I like this? Well, maybe everything that you mentioned before.
No, listen, I'm not confused.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware why I'm like this. But then I decided I I don't have to be.
Yeah.
That's the point I made. It was like I don't have to be a complete dickhead to people all the fucking time. You know?
Welcome
So
to
Kunal's is like, hey, I like how you don't match any of your clothes. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
Kunal changing.
Kunal at like 27 is like, don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
27 years into life. Wait a second.
That's like when
Something-
Jesus, I think, came online.
Right? I was just like, you know,
Before that, Jesus was commenting on every black guy's clothes. Like, ew, what are you wearing?
socks and sandals.
Really,
boo.
buddy? Wow. I mean, he was a carpenter for the projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was making.
But yeah, I was just like, I could be a little fucking. It's unnecessary to be a piece of shit all the time.
Yeah.
But I do think because of that energy, you are maybe the only comic I know who could actually out roast a black guy. Like black comics are the best roasters in
quite
history.
Yeah, I mean, they
man.
play the dozens like there's no tomorrow.
You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
think a Queens Indian is the
Yeah.
only, because I throw one in and then like it descends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I have no chance.
Right.
I remember one time Chris Red was hanging out.
Yes.
And I called Chris Red like a beaver or something. His teeth were big.
Sure.
And it like hit.
Yeah.
And then immediately like 9 black people came out of nowhere.
They said they started tingling.
It's like-
They started tingling.
My senses are tingling.
Let me put my grape juice down. Put my grape soda down.
Yo, baby, I'll call you later. And then
yeah.
Chris did some jokes that weren't even good, and it was okay.
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
black dudes were like, ah!
Yeah.
And started jumping like dolphins out of the sea,
Right.
you know? And, woo! And David Attenborough. And now Tyrone is leaping about, destroying this small, brown, frail boy in
Yeah.
his natural habitat. Chris Red wins the day again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I remember they just like out of the ground, like a turn-based fighting game, you know? And they chose Supernova.
Right.
And it was just over.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, but I think you actually would have a little bit.
You know, it's because he
of
brings
a-
the Queen's energy.
He brings
too,
Queen-
you
It's
know?
Queens. Also, I've taken that instance. I've been that guy
Yeah.
so many times.
Yeah.
Like I grew up, like my friends, it was a big mix of people, and it's just like not only do you have to get across where it's. I mean, the Chinese guy has to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Korean dude has to. The guy from Russia has to understand what this dick is about. I can't make it like a really.
What
You know what I mean?
It's about.
Yeah, it can't just be something that's too fucking specific. I can't make it
It's
like.
got to be undeniable.
Yeah.
Got to be
You know what I mean? I can't-
universal.
Yeah, I can't just put in like a Spike Lee reference,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I don't understand."
Whoa, it's like Roman Polanski.
Yeah,
but black.
it's just like you know what I
Okay.
mean. And they're like, it has to be general enough,
Hilarious.
but still hurt.
Yeah.
where it gets the
Hilarious,
job. And I've been
hilarious.
on the receiving end so many fucking times, and still to this day, I'll get hurt, but I can still give it back.
Dude, one of the jokes Chris Red said was he just called me 7-Eleven, right? And then
great.
we're talking because that's the thing.
It's you know what? That's
That's
that kind of
amazing.
universal, just
Yeah.
cutting through.
It's
it.
really the energy. It's the
Yeah.
energy
It's the
behind the
energy.
way he did it.
Oh,
Right.
energy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, boys assemble. Akash left.
Yeah.
Alingon would burn into the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He shut down.
I think you were there. You
Yeah.
just like flew up into the sky.
Yeah.
It was gone.
Yeah,
There's no
absolutely.
brown solidarity.
Yeah, no,
I look
no.
back at only Bassam. I'm like, what? Okay. All right. It's just fucking, I'm sorry.
Bassam standing behind the black guys.
Yeah,
Yo, he got you. He got you. Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, I've been on the receiving end, man. It fucking hurts. It's a tough situation to be
Yeah.
in.
Suba's just like rolling Chris
Yeah.
Head's cheeks. Like,
Right.
get him, honey.
Yeah.
Get him, honey. Get him.
She's
babe."
writing punch up on his shit.
Yeah, right.
You got nobody on your side.
Oh my god, dude.
It's great.
Oh my god. I mean, by the end of it, he took my iPhone and just undid all my spots. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You have a free week now."
Right.
It was so fun and so rough, but
Yeah, I mean, and if you get him, you got to stay on top of him. There
Yeah.
was like this guy. He had like a funny
gotta
pork
ground and
pie
pound him.
hat.
ground and pound.
And I was just like, buddy, you look like you sell Legos. And it's sometimes a good twist.
that's the thing with us. Indians be like, get so proud of our jokes.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
good Legos.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then it just
enjoy.
took him out.
Just do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
That's our tags. Every
And-
tag is this.
And the thing is to get out of there too. Yeah. Fucking get out of the goddamn building.
Win while you're at, quit while you're ahead.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
We have it be on the
Yeah.
last word.
You better have that pivot foot ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because people are like, did you hear what Kanal said?
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
No rejoinders or
Black
anything.
dudes smell blood in the water. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely. I text back the group like, "Can I come back? Did they leave?"
Hey, you know I love you, bro, right?
Yeah.
It's all good. Jesus Christ. I mean, that's the thing is like you grew up in that environment, that city urban
Yes,
environment. So,
absolutely.
And we had that in suburbs. Like we had that a bit of that.
Right.
It was only within friends. With
Yeah.
y'all had to go to a different town and then kind of survive.
Oh man,
in
there
Kew
were,
Gardens or
there
whatever.
were people. I remember one time this dude beat up this guy, just full on beat him the fuck up. And different parks had like we were
Sure.
the people that you hang out in your park. That's your group, sort of like a gang,
Where's
right?
your park?
The park that mine was there was Bound Park is another place, and then Main Street Park.
Bound. How intense a park got to be named Bound?
Jesus
was, Christ. Gagged Park and
It was like Bound BOWNE. It's not the same.
Bound Park.
Bound.
Oh, like
Bound.
Bound Avenue.
Yeah, like it was John Bound. It was a Quaker thing.
Yeah.
It was a Quaker house there.
Sure, of course.
But it was just like there was another park, Casino Park. That's another place. That was like the closest to my place. And there was this guy, Peter, beat the shit out of this guy. And you would think that would be enough. You would think that, but Peter is standing over this
Jesus
dude
Christ.
who's laying in a pile of himself. And he just stands over and he goes, Peter from Casino. And it's like, that's not, you left a calling
Yeah,
card.
exactly.
You told them where to find you.
It'd be tougher if it got more specific with Queens.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, Peter from 36th to 36th.
Yeah, but you know what?
34th.
You know
It's
what?
like-
That's like old school where it's like nobody's going to snitch and
Yeah.
you need to remember my name.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Yeah.
the cop here now.
Yeah.
sure,
You know what
so
I mean?
if you're
Don't
gonna
forget.
insult somebody, you're gonna beat somebody
Yeah.
up. You better like do it to the best of your ability,
yeah.
Dude,
and then leave a
I
calling
was
card.
walking
Yeah.
with Danny Del Cole to Muchmore's Mike, which is Williamsburg,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm hanging out.
Del Coley's he's a stout dude.
Old school dude.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him. He's like, haha, trying to joke around with him.
Yeah.
And he's like looking around.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on, bro? He's
Right.
like, you can't be here. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this is 2021. He's got this 90s, like, we're in the wrong part of town right
I
now,
don't
bro.
want to be seen with you, actually.
I kill the man over there, bro.
But I saw that guy running. Man, shredded.
Yeah.
Shredded.
Del Cole is shredded, dude.
He's
Hundo
shredded.
shredded.
Yeah,
and he's the
he's-
best vibes, too.
Hundo.
Good
Love
vibes.
That,
Very good
love
dude.
that
And
guy.
I
Very good
called. I was like, "Yo, Danny," and he turned.
yeah.
And it was just like, buddy, I'm afraid of you, and I'm a block away.
It is you who knocks, Danny,
and,
not me.
Yeah, and we were in Greenpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are we fooling here? Yeah. He was running like 17 miles, just a casual
dude, that's
Saturday.
right. He's a marathon guy.
Yeah.
He's a family man.
Yeah.
Very good dude. He's got a kid now.
Does he?
Got a kid,
bro.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
He came out as a bicep. He's just
Yeah.
like one.
And he's
He's just sinew, actually. I mean, best dude.
Yeah.
He needs
Funny
more
as hell.
in life. He's one of those character actors too, where I think if someone gets a show, he'd be easy to cast. So I'm like,
Absolutely.
I'm holding out for these.
Yeah,
This-
just Jamie Kennedy immediately.
Yes.
There's
Drop him
these
in there.
New York City comics that are just like, they're so New York, and
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's Danny.
Yeah, Danny is very NYC.
Super New York.
He
dude.
Yeah.
is super.
Jamie Kennedy, man, poor guy. That guy had a whole career on a thing that everyone hates now.
Yeah, it's
What?
true.
You know, like culture
Yes.
appropriation.
Yeah.
But it was funny back then. Everyone loved
Yes.
him for what he did for 20 years.
I don't know. He had like 5 years.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
Not
Wasn't
everybody.
It
it
wasn't
like-
20 years.
I
It was
thought-
5. Maybe you're describing your own journey with Jamie Kennedy. It was
Yeah, I
like,
don't-
everybody loved him
Yeah, I
for
was
20 years.
just- I was-
Everybody had that poster from Malibu's Most
Right, I
Wanted.
feel like
yeah,
behind
We
us-
all said the
What's-
N word
what's
from
back?
2000 to 2020.
Right.
You know?
he had 5 years.
Yeah, buddy, I was that,
And
that
people
shit was
tolerated
that shit
him.
was corny from the jump.
Yeah,
I
it was
was
pretty.
It was
right.
very-
I thought he was good at Wildin' Out, which is, I guess, proving my point.
Yeah, but
For
he's
your point.
wilding out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They come in there and they appropriate the shit out of the culture.
Yeah.
For Nick Cannon, who doesn't really hold.
Actually, at this
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
they're appropriating white improv culture, by the way.
Yeah,
so,
right.
they're like, we're doing zip zap
Yes,
zop
we're doing
tonight.
yes and.
Yeah.
We're doing zip zap zopping.
and they doing it with that hip. Like, yeah, that's what we doing out here. It's like,
Yo, when I say you say CB. What up? 101 to your mother.
yeah, sketch 101, we out here. Like, what?
Representing the pit, underground.
Yeah, it's just
Get
ridiculous.
clothes up in this bitch. It is kind of because now they're doing like I'm seeing some of these clips now, and it's
Yeah.
like you're doing guy who hits on a girl on the Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like, I thought y'all were like kind of bad.
Did you audition for?
I did.
Yeah, okay, so
I did stand up.
I'm surprised that you.
I didn't get in. Well,
I would have figured if anybody. I thought
so,
you.
so there was 3 parts to it. It
Okay.
was one stand-up part.
Yes.
And I did the mom beating me joke, and they're like, "Yeah, and you fucking crazy, bro."
Yeah.
Then they did this thing where it's like, "All right, Nick Cannon here, freestyle on him," and I did not. The rhyme I used was like, "Nick Cannon, you're so white, you're like yogurt Dannon."
That's
and,
pretty good.
I thought it was amazing, and it
good.
was.
Buddy, you were such a good co-host. You truly are.
You know
You know what?
That's
That,
good.
that had literary value. Actually,
Yeah.
there was enjambment. It was actually too much like an MFA poem
Yeah,
to get
like
the rhyme in
it's-
it.
But
it's so
but I
deep.
hit the dead in
You
the
know
heart.
what I mean?
I was like, Nick Cannon, you're like white, like yogurt Dannon.
and
I
then he
dropped-
started snapping.
I got my black beret out, and they were like,
He's
nah.
writing line.
Dude, and then they were like, there's a girl over there.
Yeah.
There's a girl over there. Holla at her.
Yeah.
And then I fucking fucked that up. So like the 2 of the 3 things I just fucking bombed.
I didn't even do stand-up.
Did you audition for a while?
I
now?
auditioned.
Oh my god!
I
you
auditioned for Wildin' Out, and I get there, and they're like, and I was like, I do stand up, and there was this chick. I remember this girl. She her ears were red, right? Like full on red.
What do you mean, like
They
died?
They were dyed because she dyed her hair, right? Full red, because to look younger. Because when I showed up, as is, and they were like, and the note I got is he's too old, and I was like, Kanan's older than me though. What's the problem here?
Would you be cool making your hair red for the show?
Yeah, and it's just like, but she got the show, and she was like, that's what she wanted, and I get it because she was like, yo, I gotta fucking look young, because that's the game. You gotta look young, right? And I did the freestyle. And
What was your freestyle?
But I kept it fucking dumb simple. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to do a bit. You're full of shit. Like this, you know what I mean? Like stupid.
I stand by my dad in line.
Yeah, I get it.
Coming at me for
but
what?
the problem is this.
Like
The
shit.
problem is this: is that you made it too deep. I was going right
It
at
was a
it.
good line. It
Yeah,
was.
you know what I mean? Like it was
He
some
kept
guy-
it Susie in. You
Yeah.
went to like Robert Frost
Yeah,
level.
like what are you doing here?
enjambment.
Yeah, stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. You're out here.
I saw a booty on a snowy night.
Yeah, and it's
I
just-
took the booty less traveled.
Yeah, and it's just like,
that has
what
been
are
all
you
the
doing
difference.
out here? I'm like, look at this fucking Twilight bitch. And I'm waving my finger in this fucking guy's
I
face.
did do some Robert Frost.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're doing that. I'm like just
like
yelling at
yogurt,
these.
comma, Dannon.
Yeah.
And bye. And
I'm doing a Rumi
goodbye.
poem.
Right.
Love is that ass.
And it's like, so I do the holla at the girl situation. That went well. And then the only note is like, he's just too old.
That's hilarious.
And I was like, all right.
But the idea of you bobbing funnily to a hip hop song
It's
between
embarrassing.
games,
It's
like,
embarrassing.
can you see-
Yeah, it's very hard, difficult to
Dude,
imagine.
yeah.
Akash is like was on the show. Every time they had like little dance numbers,
Yeah.
I'd see him like retreat to the back of the fucking room. You'd see him like burrow into the
Right,
into
but-
Jack Reacher's body.
But when you spot him in the corner, it still fits.
Yeah.
It fits the vibe, right?
and he killed the lines when he had the
He
lines.
did. And we're the same age. Yeah. But I look like his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you have like a very curmudgeonly energy
Yeah.
too.
yeah, I
you know?
do. And that's like, and I'm okay
That's the
with
queen.
that.
When
That's
in
the
fact
queen.
he is more, and you're actually more chill. I mean,
When you break it down.
when you break it down,
Yes.
and he's more uncle vibes than anybody.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
He's got less of a fuse than anybody I know.
Yes, yeah.
I'll be like, hi. He's like, no, dude.
Yeah, no, yeah. And for me, it's just like,
Why'd you say that?
I won't be set off as easily.
Yeah. But back in the day, like maybe 7 years ago, y'all are both fearsome individuals in terms
Very,
of like,
yeah.
y'all were both like, oh, I'm in Lantern.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are scarier.
Yeah. It's, well, that because you're wondering like what's going to happen with my career. And then, I think with him, he's really taken off. And I just go, I've accepted this. And I'm like, well, this is what this is.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Because I'm not 20 anymore. I'm like, I'm hitting the same. I'm 30 now.
Are you 30?
Yeah. But I look so young. That's the thing.
You look incredibly young.
I know.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I'm always like, bleh. I'm
It's,
always
you know
like,
what?
I'm just like,
Indians raised outside of New York City just fare so much better.
That's probably true.
This is very harsh living.
less stressful.
You guys are aging at double time here. It's not. It's you better fucking get your green juices. This is the future.
what the fuck? That wasn't even that cool. This is why you didn't get well now.
Yeah, my back hurts.
Ow.
This is actually just heavy.
Yeah, I've got sciatica.
I have no more moisture in my throat. I gotta stop the podcast. All right.
Can Joe wheel me out?
Joe is our
Where
caretaker.
is Joe?
I
Yeah.
don't know, dude. Jacking off this conversation. maybe.
Gosh.
But dude, you've always been the guy who's like, just like, I can see you killing any room.
Thank you. Yeah.
Caroline's. I remember one thing. I was like, the first time I was like, oh, KC can fuck it up. It was like some shit show, all Swedish tourists or something. You were first something, and you had to host this bitch. And I remember seeing you go up. And we all do the same thing. All comics, when we know the bad show's coming,
Yeah.
we try to displace the fear by like shitting on the show before we go
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
You did the same thing. You were like, oh, here we go, or whatever
Right.
the fuck you did.
Yeah.
Went up and just fucking got him. Did some ABBA material or something. I don't even know what you did.
ABBA material.
You fucking hit him hard.
Some IKEA rims.
Yeah.
Dude, his dancing queen hot takes. It was awesome, right?
That's Lantern, though, right? You've been there. You get it. Lantern
Yeah.
is just a smaller version of any club in New York City, and it could be a bunch of tourists come in, and you're like, but you have 4.
Yeah.
Whereas Caroline's, you've got 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like fine, you know.
And they're all a little bit dumber because anyone who doesn't
Yes.
go past 14th Street
Yes.
is dumber.
Absolutely.
They don't like the
100%.
art.
When you're in the Midtown section, there's people that are all tourists,
Yeah.
and then people that are lost.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, why are you here?
That's the thing is like, that's how you know these are bad people to have shows for. It's like you came to New York, had no plans, were just wandering.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. And
Trying to
sometimes
be-
you're drunk.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're a piece of shit.
That's
Right.
what it is.
And then most likely illiterate, and then you end up in the Lantern or in the Pear.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
the thing is like, once you go to a lantern show, you become illiterate too. So it's like, eventually you lose
Yeah.
True.
all object permanence.
Very absurd.
It's like
Yeah,
crazy.
you go into the Pear, you get free scabies. You know what I mean? It's like that's what
Come out
happens.
with ticks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, you get used to the lice. Is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's not a bad
In the
situation.
grizzly bear bathroom, you can waft in herpes, like herpes.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
literally like it's in the
It's
air.
an airborne disease.
It's an airborne
there. Yeah,
disease.
chlamydia is airborne there. It's pretty gnarly.
My eyes have been burning since yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you
My
guys.
legs start shaking when I go there. What do I get polio when I walk?
It's always great because you see two people go into the bathroom at once, and you're like, buddy.
there it is. You want to come out with 5 diseases, dude?
Yeah,
You would already gotten 4 if you just walked in alone.
Yeah, and then just white nostrils, just completely white nostrils.
White nostrils.
And all the black comics who do coke, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
the contrast is there.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, I saw an
you know
Indian
what I'm
guy
saying?
doing coke in the Pear, and I was like, we made it, man.
We made it.
There's always-
We were truly American now.
Yeah.
We have assimilated.
Oh my god, dude.
We're running out of time here.
Oh shit, yeah.
How long are these
I
episodes?
know, and they're
Yeah,
not that
we-
long. Usually, if it's a good time, we just fucking. Oh my god,
we
yeah.
got it. We got to wrap it up.
Okay.
We're here with KC. KC, where can people find you?
You could find me. Everything is the same shit. It's all day KCA.
All
yeah.
day KCA.
Fuck
We
yeah.
love this guy. He's hilarious.
The best.
Follow him
Best
everywhere.
dude.
Thank you.
You know where to find us. Patreon. Get with it. Hours and hours of great, sweet bonus content. You love it. Very cheap. 23 cents a day. $7 tier. YouTube. You know what it is. Subscribe
Get
there.
on the Mango Bay.
Get on the Mango
There we go.
Bay
You know what I
train.
mean?
Yeah,
It's
just
not-
get with
it's-
it. You already fucking know where to find us. MANGOBAE. We love you guys. Thank you.
This is the Patreon episode.
No, we're
Okay.
not. We're not relegating
Dude,
you to
keep asking us.
Patreon.
No, you're
Yeah.
a
Okay, this is a free. This is
Yeah,
a
we're
free.
kind of senile Italian grandfather. This is the Patreon episode.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where, which camera am I?
I'm gonna-
This is the episode.
Dude, Kun also,
Yeah.
bro, when we talk to him, he's like, like
Yeah.
he does the thing where he's
I'm-
like, let me get closer to the
I'm
sound.
gonna tell you right now. This better be the fucking Patreon episode.
No, dude.
There's going to be Patreon content.
It's
and
the episode's
don't worry.
called Kunal Hates
Don't
Jews
worry,
featuring
yeah,
the
okay,
Mango Bay. dude.
Okay, there we go.
This has been the worst is yet to come with KC Arora.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Mango Bay forever. Thank you.
Come again.
Peace.
Mango Bay. Your mango bay.